Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost over 200 pounds without bariatric surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. My top 3 tips. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I am so excited that you stopped to check in on me on my week 2 of my 2023 mini cut series. I've talked about in the past, in the last couple of videos, why I choose to do mini cuts for maintenance. And so I'm not going to go a lot into that this week, but don't forget to go back and check those other last 2 videos, my rant video and the week 1 video, because I talked a lot about the difference between maintaining with short mini cuts versus having a yo-yo dieting situation happening. So I didn't really want to go into that all over again because I feel like I'm talking about the same thing as over and over and over, but that is something that's been kind of like a misunderstanding about my channel, is why I'm always going on a cut, right? And not just being happy where I am and maintaining my weight. So I just wanted to be clear that this is how I maintain my weight. I even shared a video probably last week from Jordan Syatt's channel where he talks about how he does the exact same thing. So if you want to know why I choose to maintain my weight by putting a little bit of weight on and then doing a mini cut, that would be one video to watch, and also the last couple. But this is week 2 of my 2023 cut. My calories for this cut are probably pretty similar to what I have done from the very beginning of my journey. So in January 1st, 2017, I started my cut on macros. I didn't really realize it was calories because, you know, we learn one thing at a time. And my macros back then, I believe, were 120 protein, less than 21 net carbs, and 78 fat. If I remember correctly, it was like 1266 calories. Now, I don't really focus on the macros as much as I focus on the calorie number and the protein number. So I am doing 1,300 calories right now, and my protein goal is 130. If I exceed that, I'm happy about it. Protein gives you an extra weight loss boost because you burn 25% of the protein's calories when you digest it. So you get more bang for your buck, plus it is more filling, and so when you're eating an extreme calorie deficit, you need food that's filling. Let's put it that way. A lot of people use veggies. I know Jordan Syatt does his Big A salad, you know, once a day to try and fill up on non-fattening, non-caloric foods. I know that other people do like high protein ones and stuff like that. So me, I just try and stick in that range of my base minimum being 130 and going higher than that. And then I only really look at the calories and try to eat a lot of really, really low carb food. So I'm not always trying to stay at exact macros like I used to, just kind of trying to wing it with my calories in mind. The reason I'm doing so few calories is because I do not exercise like other people. I have like 2 days a week that I do a dance class, and that is pretty much it when it comes to exercise for me. And because I choose not to exercise much, I have to have my calories really low. If I were to go into the gym like every single day and burn 300 calories, I could eat 1,600 calories and get the same result. So I chose to do 1,300 because it's easy for me to do and not have to put in a lot of cardio, if you know what I'm saying. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you everything that I ate to lose weight this week on a ketogenic journey. On my ketogenic journey, this is very similar to what I've done before. If you've been here for a long time, it's very similar to what I've done before. I'm also going to show you any exercise that I did this week and a 360 body view before and after for the week, and my weights, my weigh-ins for the week. So I am just going to put this all in the video in a row because it's just easier for me to keep track of that way, and you can just kind of see how the days go in, and you can watch the scale and what it does depending on what I'm doing, and see, you can make your own judgments about how you feel about what I'm doing. So, and then I'll come back, we'll talk about the data. guys, it is 2 o'clock on a Monday and I am having my first meal of the day. Today I am having yogurt sludge. This is 1 cup of 0% Fage Greek yogurt mixed with 1 scoop of Ascent protein powder, 30 grams of almond milk, and some Lemonade Mio water enhancer, and I have 45 grams of blueberries on top. I'm also having 40 grams of mozzarella cheese fried up in a pan and 2 eggs. And I'm also having a serving of my perfect keto electrolytes, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 10 o'clock on Monday. I just got home from dance. I am so tired. Oh my gosh. And I'm about to have my last meal of the day. Tonight I'm having broccoli chicken Alfredo. This is 155 grams of broccoli topped with 7 ounces of chicken, 30 grams of mozzarella cheese. I can't remember how much how much of the Bertolli Alfredo sauce. I think it's like 145 grams and 60 grams of tomatoes. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Morning, guys. It's Tuesday, I don't know the date, January 9th or something. And I just got home and I see 4 deer in my neighbor's yard. Wonder if I could see them before they spook. Let's find out. Staring right at me. She's like, is she coming this way? Yep. She's like, nope, I ain't having none of that. There's 4 of them over there. Can't see from here, but maybe if I walk up there, they'll run. Yeah, there they all are. Right there behind the tree. See them? They see me coming and they're like, uh-oh, we in trouble. What you guys doing in their yard, huh? You guys supposed to be down here? No? I don't think so. Better get on home. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. Go on. Oh, there's 5. Look at that. Bye-bye.
Ah, what a funny sight to come home to. I haven't seen any in a few years down here, but they do come down sometimes, especially when there's so much snow because they're trying to find food. But I don't think my neighbor will appreciate them eating all her brand new plants she just planted, so glad I scared them off. Alrighty guys, it is 3:30. It has been one of those days I call a bad brain day, where my brain just won't function and I just can't seem to get anything done that I need to get done, including making my food, which I started making my lunch at 1. It is now 3:30. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, this is what I'm having for my first meal of the day. 2 eggs, 30 grams of fried cheese, some sludge, this time made with 1 cup of 0% fat Greek yogurt, and 30 grams of chocolate keto chow, and 50 grams of coconut milk. So it's kind of like a coconut chocolate thing. I think I made this in the creamy last week, but this week I decided to just do it like this, and a Built Bar because I've been missing them. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 10 o'clock on Tuesday. My car broke down tonight and it was quite a thing, and I'm finally eating. I ended up having to make dinner for the kids and also for me. I'm having Quest chip taco salad tonight. So this is a package of Quest chips, 30 grams of cheddar cheese, 230 grams of 93.7 ground beef that I ended up using, 66 grams of lettuce, 60 grams of tomatoes, 20 grams of sour cream, and a tablespoon of green onion. And 60 grams of picante sauce. That's going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is almost 3 o'clock again, and yes, I've been crying my eyes out. It has been a rough couple of days emotionally. With my ADHD, my brain's just not running on all cylinders, and I'm just really feeling frustrated. So don't mind my tear-stained face. I'm gonna be okay. But it's almost 3 and I'm about to have my first meal of the day, and I gotta eat quickly because I gotta leave in like 10 minutes to go get my kid from school. So I'm gonna eat fast. But here we go. Today I decided to make protein pancakes or protein waffles. Frances Hoven over on my Facebook group posted this recipe, and it's literally 1 egg and a scoop of protein powder. So I did 2 eggs and 62 grams of snickerdoodle keto chow, and I made 3 waffles. And on the top, I've got about 50 grams or 40 grams, something like that, of sugar-free maple syrup. Then I have 1 cup of Greek yogurt with no protein powder in it. It's just Greek yogurt with lemonade Mio and some 40 grams of blueberries on top, and then I'm going to have a Built Puff. These brownie batter Built Puffs are gluten-free now. Woohoo! So I can have them. I'm so excited. And they're super yummy, and this is going to be my first meal of the day.
9:40. I just got home from clogging. I'm actually surprised I could do so well today because right before I left for clogging, I had an ADHD moment. I grabbed my clogging shoes and a can of Coke, put it underneath my armpit to carry it down the stairs. And from the time I got from upstairs to downstairs, I forgot entirely about the Coke under my arm, grabbed my clogging shoes out from my under my arm to put in my purse, and forgot about the Coke, and the Coke landed smack upon the top of my foot. Yeah, it was doing okay, my clogging shoes, as long as I didn't bend my toe underneath. But as soon as I got home and took my shoes off, it just started really hurting. So I've got some KT tape on it, and I'm going to be having my last meal of the day. And hopefully tomorrow, maybe it will be better. It's maybe hopefully not broken. So tonight I am having skinless chicken thighs. So sad, but I cannot have the calories from the skin. So I'm doing 297 grams of chicken thighs with some Thai sweet chili sauce from... I think it's Thai sweet chili, but it's from G. Hughes, and 200 grams of green beans with salt, and some Quest spicy sweet chili chips. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's almost 1 o'clock on Thursday, and I've just finished up most of the homeschool stuff that my kids need help with, and I'm going to take a bath for a couple of hours before we have to leave for dance. So I have brought my food into the restroom. I know that's super weird, but I did, and I'm having my breakfast first meal in the bathtub. So this is what I'm having. I am having a bowl of sludge. I made this one with 300 grams of Greek yogurt mixed with 31 grams of Ascent vanilla protein powder and some lemonade Mio, lemon juice, and 50 grams of raspberries on top, and 30 grams of almond milk to thin it out. Then I'm having an Atkins Indulge chocolate mousse bar. These are, actually I really like these. They're really small. They're only like 90 calories, I think. Something like that. And they have like 2 net carbs. If I can find the thing. They don't even have it on here. It's only on the box. But I'm pretty sure that that's the macros, and they're pretty good. They taste kind of like a Milky Way. And then I'm going to have 3 pieces of cheese. In my Stanley cup, I've got 8 cups of Creo Brew that I am drinking with mixed in 30 grams of Premier Protein Shake. And I've been sipping on that all day. And then I'm going to have a bang. And that's going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 8 o'clock on Thursday, and I am about to have my final meal of the day. Tonight I am having spaghetti squash spaghetti. This is 155 grams of spaghetti squash topped with 200 grams of Lucini marinara, 8 ounces of 93 ground beef, and 30 ounces of mozzarella cheese. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Okay, everyone, it is Friday already. This week hasn't been as hard as last week. Well, there have been hard days. What am I saying? I was crying in this video. Right in the moment, I feel fine. Because I've had some hours to myself because my friends took my kids and went to a museum without me and let me stay home. It's been so nice. But in about 45 minutes, I have to go teach at my other daughter's school a whole class on YouTube and how to edit videos. So, not so cool. But it is 12:45 and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I decided I was going to have another one of those Keto Chow waffles. I just made it with 1 scoop of Keto Chow this time, 31 grams, and 1 egg, and 30 grams of almond milk. Then I put in 15 grams of blueberries into the batter and cooked it in one big thing. I did lose some out the side, as you can see, kind of squished out. And that's sad because that means I don't know how much the macros are exactly because I lost some onto the counter. But hopefully it's still pretty close. I'm also having some just regular yogurt. This is just 0% Fage Greek yogurt mixed with acai berry Mio water enhancer. And I've got 50 grams of raspberries on top and a built puff. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 8 o'clock on Friday night and I am about to have my final meal of the day. I am having some chicken patties made with canned chicken, 12.5 ounces of canned chicken breast, 50 grams of mozzarella cheese, and an egg cooked in the air fryer with some G. Hughes sweet chili sauce, Quest sweet chili chips, and a Built Bar. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 1 o'clock on Saturday and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. Today I am having some of those waffles again. This time I made it with chocolate protein powder. So I did 1 egg, 1 scoop of keto chow, 50 grams of almond milk, and mix that up. And then I also put in 20 grams of fresh raspberries smashed up inside and 12 grams of chocolate chips, the Lily's baking kind. On top, I've got 10 grams of sugar-free Smucker's raspberry jam. And then I have 40 grams of mozzarella cheese that I fried up and a Built Bar. That is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 8 o'clock on Saturday. I am so hungry and I am having Quest Chip taco salad for dinner. So this is 1 package of Quest chips, topped with 8 ounces of 93.7 ground beef, 30 grams of cheddar cheese, a cup of lettuce, 60 grams of pecani sauce, 60 grams of tomatoes, and 20 grams of sour cream. And that's going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 3 o'clock on Sunday. I just got back from church about an hour ago, fed the chickens, made myself some food, and now I'm having my first meal of the day. I'm having those same waffles again. This time, blueberries are in it, so that is 1 scoop of Snickerdoodle Keto Chow mixed with 1 egg, and I put in 60 grams of almond milk to thin it out, and 20 grams of blueberries, and then just cooked it in the waffle maker. On top, I've got 8 grams of butter and some powdered swerve, then 30 grams of mozzarella cheese, and some Greek yogurt, 0%, 1 cup, with lemonade Mio water enhancer in it, and 40 grams of raspberries on top. That's going to be my first meal of the day. Here they are. And a baby.
I don't know.
Well, hey, Dad forgot a brand new baby today.
Oh, I was afraid of that. Woo! Yay, 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 yay! Congratulations. You guys read it?
Yeah.
Did you see what it says? Jasper, did you see what it says?
What's
It took her a second. She's like, wait, what?
what?
It says Big Brother under construction. They're gonna have a baby! Woo-woo! Congratulations! Alright guys, we're having a party. I'm having hamburger salad, 2 patties, 2 slices of cheese. This is G. Hughes sweet chili sauce on top. I can't remember all the stuff, but this, Quest protein chips, and Built Bar. That's gonna be my last meal of the day. All right, I'm back. So I hope you enjoyed that. I have to say that the scale was kind of boring this week, wasn't it? Last week was so exciting, just watching it go do, 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 do. And this week it was just kind of like, eh. My weigh-ins were so consistent, I did guess the average weight before I even did it on the calculator because it was pretty obvious. So my weigh-ins for the week were 195.4, 195.4, 196, 194.8, 195.2, 195.8, and 195.4. Off the top of your head, post in the comments below what you think my average weight is going to be. Go on. Come on. I had to do it too. Don't use your calculator. All right. See if you were right. 195.4. How close were you? Yeah, it was pretty obvious to me that it was going to be 195.4. The reason I do a weekly average of my weights is because weight can fluctuate pounds in a day, depending on what you do, like what you ate, how your activity, how much sleep you got, whether or not you're constipated, whether or not you have your period starting, or whether or not you're ovulating. I was leading up to ovulation this week, and I ovulated on Saturday. So I estimate that my weight will start to go down next week. We will see. I mean, I'm not going to I'm knock on wood or something, hope it happens. But based on my personal experience and how this works, that's usually what happens for me. I was really happy it didn't go up, because usually on that week leading up to ovulation, I tend to put on a lot of water weight. So did pretty well staying consistent. That always makes me happy on an ovulation week. Okay, another barometer for me besides the average weight for the week, of course, is my measurements. And last week I totally forgot to measure, but I did measure this week. So this is a change from the beginning of the cut to 2 weeks later, because I forgot to do it last week. But my bust went down a half an inch, so it's now 39.5. My arms both stayed the same, 12.25 and 12.5. My under bust, which is where I was holding a lot of that swelling, went down from 34 to 32, a 2-inch loss. That was my biggest loss, and proof that a lot of what I lost was just lymphedema fluid. My waist went down from 34.5 to 33.5, which is what I was pretty much at the end of the cut, I'm pretty sure, last summer, so that makes me happy. That was down an inch. My hips stayed the same at 38. My booty, which is my widest part of my hips basically, it stayed the same at 41.5. My left thigh went down a half an inch to 19.5. My right thigh went down a quarter of an inch to 20.25. My left knee stayed the same at 17.25. My right knee stayed the same at 17. My left and right calves both stayed at 14. So the total down was 4.8 inches for the week. My calories were about as perfect as calories can be. So I know you saw probably in the clips what my calories were, but I'm just gonna read them out really quick. 1334, 1304, 1302, 1304, 1316, 1303, and 1304 for an average of 1310, which was down 6 from last week. Good job, me. I was able to stay closer to that 1300. I don't know, it's something about my brain just wants to raise up the calories a little, you know? Just go a little over the 13 and not underneath, just a little over. But my protein, I don't know if you noticed, but last week I didn't have any Built Bars, and this week I added Built Bars in probably almost every day, because I just really feel more satisfied when I have me a Built Bar, and that's just the honest truth. And they sent me those 2 updated flavors, the now gluten-free brownie batter puff, which used to have gluten in it, and I couldn't eat it because gluten makes me very sick, and also the new double chocolate bar, which is, oh my gosh, amazing. Guys, you should go buy some. Use my code, make me happy. Every time you buy a box of Built Bars, I actually get a commission off of that, and trust me, I need it right now. I need it. So if you feel like you want some chocolate, go buy some. Okay, there's my little plug for Built Bar. They don't pay me for the plugs, but they do pay me when you guys shop with them, and I always appreciate it. Anyway, back to the protein. Because I added the protein bars back into my diet, and I was still staying at the 1300 calories, that dramatically increased my average protein. So my average protein was 161, which was up 27 from last week, and is way high for my calorie level, which is good for weight loss because, like I said, 25% extra bonus when you eat protein, and also I'm keeping that calorie deficit really in the pocket, so that makes me really, really happy. Carbs, I was up a little bit because of the bars, and so I was up to an average of 26, which is still pretty good for me. I find that if I can keep it under 30, I do pretty well. I didn't have any extra swelling, I didn't have any pain, so I'm thinking I'm doing okay with that average of 26, but that was up 9 from last week. And my fats were way lower because I added the bars, got more protein, more carbs, got to take the calories from somewhere, and that means I had less fat. My average fat for the week was 53, which is still well in the range of safety. I can go pretty much as low as 35 and do okay. So when you're doing a protein-sparing modified fast, which this kind of is, that's your goal, is to have your fats really, really low. I also do take a fish oil supplement, which I do not track, so it's probably a little higher than that. Every single day I take Ritual Vitamins, which has fish oil, vitamin D3, some really great things for women. I don't have like a distribution thing with them or anything, or like a promotion thing. I've just been using them for years and just love it. I just love those vitamins. Okay, so if I go on my Fitbit, thank you so much for sending me this. It has really helped me a lot. I've been using this Fitbit for a while, and if you go into the Fitbit tracking, it gives you an idea. Like if you go into your week here, you know, you see those blue bars, that's what you want to see, because that means you were under calories. Your red would be over and green would be in the zone, which means you would be maintaining. Now, I know that these are not like totally accurate, you know, but they do kind of keep track of your movement for the day. And then they pull in from Chronometer my calories as well, which is super nice. And so it gives you an idea of what your average calories in versus calories out was. So it says my average calories in, which I already figured out myself, and my average calories out, which was like 2184. So that gives me like an 873 calorie average deficit per day. So if I add that up or multiply it by 7, that gives me 6,111 calorie deficits, calories I was deficit for the week, which is a 1.7 pound fat loss. That doesn't count the 25% extra I get from eating the extra protein. So I think that's pretty great, 1.7 pounds in a week, and probably last week was pretty similar, which means probably I've come down 3 pounds of body fat if you go by science. Now we all know my body doesn't cooperate the way science does, and I have this whole water thing I'm dealing with and the lymphedema from the plastic surgery. But if you just go by science, that's how much weight I would have lost. So my first weight of the new year was 204.6. And my last weight of today was 195.4. And my average was also 195.4, which that says I've lost 9.2 pounds in 2 weeks, which we know isn't exactly how it works, especially since we know by science I couldn't have lost more than 3. So 6 pounds of that was probably water. So that's why we go by the average. So my average last week was 199.4, and my average this week was 195.4, and that is saying that I am down 4 pounds for the week. So that's what we're gonna go by on my little chart here. That's what I'm gonna count as my weight for the week, my weight loss for the week. I am hoping for more weight loss next week, and I hope that everything is gonna go great with my dance stuff. We're starting our choreography. You probably saw that. I'm starting my dances already because my daughter is a teacher and she's on the ball this year. And so we are going to have a lot of time to practice our choreography before our performance in the end of May. But yeah, I'm excited about this cut. I'm excited about what's going to happen. I'm already basically lost the weight that I was worried about. It wasn't that hard. I knew a lot of it was water, and all I really needed was a reset, both for me mentally and physically, just because I really needed to get some of the water off of me. But I know as soon as I go into dance competition season and I start to eat those carby things just because it's more convenient, I'm going to probably put on the water weight again and have to do the cut again in the summer. For me, it really works to do 2 cuts a year. You do not have to do that. You can be like Jordan Syatt and do it once a year and just slowly gain your 10 pounds over the year. But he's right when he says the first time you lose weight is not going to be the last time. It's just a fact. You do not lose 200 pounds and then stay at your lowest weight forever. That is just not realistic. And if you think that that is going to happen to you, you need to change your mindset. It's hard to lose weight the first time, but that's the easiest time you're going to have because you're excited and it's going down quickly and all of that. The maintenance part of the diet is the hardest part. You have to find a fine balance between living and also maintaining your weight. And the easiest way most people do it is that they just live for a certain amount of time until they start to feel uncomfortable, till their clothes don't fit so well anymore, till their weight is just in a place where they don't want to see. Like for me, if I see it hit that 200, I just start to panic. It used to be when I hit 191, but since my surgery, it has to be 200 because I'm up so much from the lymphedema. When I see that number, I don't like it. And I don't like how I feel. I don't like my clothes starts to feel tight. And even though I know a lot of it is fluid because I'm not eating keto, I decided to do this for that reason. Mentally, it makes me feel better. But also mentally, I know I'm not going to do it forever because keto to me is a diet, and it's really easy for me to stay keto when I'm doing 1,300 calories. The more calories I add, the harder it is for me to do that. And that's just really the truth of why I don't stay on keto. I just have a hard time. I don't really get satisfied all the time just eating fats. And so I tend to add in more bars and I tend to add in gluten-free bread and things like that because it just makes me feel like I'm eating normally and I just feel more satisfied. But then now I've got this lymphedema issue that I'm dealing with. So it is what it is, but I am here showing you this over time, all the time. Seems like the same thing over and over. Why? so that you guys can see that this is a lifelong journey. This is not an easy task. This is not a one and done kind of deal. You will be focusing on weight for the rest of your life if you want to maintain this weight loss that you have achieved. So while I like to inspire you guys to lose a dramatic amount of weight, I also want you to be realistic on the journey and know that there's a lot more in play than just weight loss when it comes to this. There's emotional things, there's physical things, there's things that come up as you go along that you're like, whoa, that's the reason I eat all this food. I mean, who knew that ADHD was going to be in my journey? I didn't know. My eyes are open to a lot of things because I've forced myself to take a good long look at myself and figure out why I am the way I am and why I do things the way I do things. And that's part of the journey. And like I'm telling you, it's the mental game. I know I've said it before. When it comes to weight loss, it is the mental game that wins you the race. And if you're going to freak out when you put on 10 or 20 pounds, you're just never going to get out of that fear mindset. You need to trust yourself. You need to know where your limits are. You need to know what your plan is when that happens. And for me, it's become settling into this cycle of cutting in the summer and doing a mini cut in the January. It's really working for me. It makes me feel like I'm accomplishing things without actually having to diet 365 days a year or think about it 365 days a year. So, all right, guys, there we are for week 2. I will see you next week for week 3, and I hope you're enjoying this series, and I love you all, and I'll talk to you all again soon.